So that's what we've been doing. We've been working on it. You know, we said we want to go in their strategy, be able to run. Yeah, it was kind of scripted. It was we wanted to go out there and just run all the way through 70, 80, be able to look over at each other and basically say good job to each other.
You gonna be back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow in some capacity.
You said you were going to make a decision afterwards. Isaiah, what's the secret? Is he going to run?
If he comes back tomorrow, that's on him. No, I'm not answering that for him, man.
Both of me in the lobby tonight. I'll tell you guys. Right now, I'm very happy where we at. You know, training wise, obviously on the track, but I think we had a headwind. I don't know, but it felt good to be able to go out there and run. A little shaky in the beginning with the false start, but you know, it's always get that jitters out. No matter how big of a athlete you are and name you are, you always have those first round jitters. So good to get those out the way.
In all seriousness, what will influence your decision about whether you run tomorrow or over the weekend? What factors are you thinking about? Is it just how your body feels tonight when you get back to the hotel?
Yeah, just how my body feels. Go back. I haven't seen the race yet, so I want to go back and watch the race and see certain things in the race I can work on. And if it's something I can definitely work on, and I think it'll be a positive step in the right direction for my race pattern, then I'll come back tomorrow.
So it's all practice this weekend for you. Obviously you have the bye, but you're not thinking of I've got to race this one guy. It's just like I got to work on my technique, or what is it?
A little bit of both. You know what I mean? Obviously you don't want to go out there and kind of jog it and kind of simulate practice, but you want to go out there with some kind of competitive spirit. So I would say more like a time trial. So do like a time trial and get ready. So, but I mean, these young guys are ready to roll. They're confident. Ronnie hasn't run all season, just came in first in his heat. So it's good to see these guys are coming out.
How tough would it be to put your body through 3 rounds in 2 days at your age?
Hopefully not tough, because I definitely what I have to do in 2 months from now.
Right.
So, but if I take on the responsibility of come back and run in the next 2 rounds, it'll be able to get myself ready for Doha. I would have never, obviously, throughout my whole career, I've never had not to run 3 rounds and go to a championship and run 3 rounds. So I want to be prepared for Doha.
You talked about Isaiah for a number of years. What is special about him?
That's my brother, man. I love him. You know what I mean? Training with him, practicing with him, going through the ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like, he's had some times where he's been ready. I mean, it's been times he kicks him out of the butt in practice, guys. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he's a 9.8 pace. But, you know, sometimes you get to a point where you're physically there and you mentally, emotionally have to be there too. And I think that's where he's coming through now. He's seeing that just come out here, put all the hard work on the track, and it'll show up.
How do you take stock?
How you can take stock of where the hunt is at right now?
Exactly where I wanted to be when it came to the last couple of years. Just being the best in the world, you know. Just being the best in the world, watching the guys come together, put themselves together, being confident. USA always has the depth when it comes to talent, but I think that in the last couple of years, now they gained the confidence back. So it shows that these guys are ready to run, and hopefully, cross our fingers that we can build that cohesion when it comes to the relays.
Would you describe Coleman as a rival?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's a weird situation because
The Tennessee connection?
The Tennessee connection, you know, throughout his last year of college, me and him talked almost before every meet that he ran, because it had that eerie path of winning championships almost identical to each other, you know, following the same path. And now we are basically rivals in a sense, you know, to run against each other. But it just, when they see him, it's always respect, always love. We always give each other that, we always acknowledge each other. And I mean, that's what happens. The greats supposed to clash at the top, so that's where we're at now.
Do you speak to each other? Do you speak to each other now during the season?
Oh yeah, I mean,
coming away from later.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we talk to each other. I mean, obviously with these kids nowadays, you know what I mean? We don't even communicate through text message, regular phone. We communicate through Instagram. So we always DMing each other, or, you know, I put up the picture when he beat me at pre, and I put a quote up, and he put legendary at the bottom. So, you know, the respect is always going to be there. You know, I give respect to those young guys because they're really working hard for it and they're putting it out on the track. So you got to pay respect to that. But I think you guys are going to see a different kind of rivalry and competitiveness throughout this generation, where it's not going to be so much the Maurice Green, Michael Johnson shoulder bump.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's more or less about, we want to put on a show for them out there, and we want to show all you guys how hard work. And we're going to come across the line, we're going to congratulate each other, and we're going to celebrate. It's still going to be exciting.
Lyles and Coleman had a little, back and forth on Twitter. Speaking of social media this year, does that remind you of back in the day? How's it different than track beefs maybe in the earlier era of your career?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think more or less is a lot of things, especially in that situation, kind of gets misconstrued. You know what I mean? Lyles is a showman. He likes to be able to put on a great show, you know, and he did the same thing in Monaco. He wanted to put on a great show. Did the same thing in Lausanne, wanted to put on a great show. So, you know, he's the kind of guy who will do a backflip right before the starting blocks. You know what I mean? So you got to expect that's what's going to happen. And Noah's the opposite. They're yin and yang. You know, he's very, Coleman's more of a quiet guy, and he's that quiet warrior. So it's good to have, though, across the board.
Just what you play us a lot, but like, what's keeping you going right now?
He likes winning.
Clearly that is, but I mean, I think you get to a point where you start chasing unicorns, man. You know what I mean? You want to put together the perfect race. You want to put together a perfect start. You know what I mean? You're chasing that thing that's going to solidify your career. You know, that the race where it's like a runner's high for sprinters. I know runner's high is usually for you guys who run miles and you know, they go out there and they feel that high to a certain level. But for us, it's about that adrenaline rush, getting the middle of the race and just everything in your sight is just a blur. That's what it feels to run fast. It's just everything around you is a blur, but you're so dialed in and so focused. Everything is slowing down, and you want to feel that every time when you come across the line. You want to excite yourself. You be like, man, look at the time I just ran. That's crazy. So always chasing that unicorn, man.